edition of Hip Hop Roundtable Review. So we're just going to piggyback off of our Nas conversation, which you just had. Go check that episode out. Does Nas get respect of other GOAT tier legends? And check that episode out. And we're going to segue into J. Cole, which we discussed in our end of the year review as one of the most anticipated artists of 2026. Well, lo and behold, this afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, J. Cole dropped a promo for The Fall Off. And out of nowhere, J. Cole is getting ready finally to drop The Fall Off. This album has been in the works for, I think 2021 was his last major album, right? Because I think, what was it?
The off season.
Yeah, off season. Might Delete Later was 20.
No, Might Delete Later was 2 years ago.
But that was a mixtape, though. That wasn't an album.
It was a mixtape that was nominated. Keep that in mind. But yeah, you're right.
So his last album
was the off season was 2021. Yeah. Might Delete Later was 2024.
Yeah. So this is where we're at. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look real quick at the promo, and then we're going to get our take on, is this the right time for J. Cole to come out? I got a lot to say on that one. So let's check this out. This is the announcement right here. Fall Off.
Everything is supposed to go away eventually. You see this especially in like show business with famous actors or like musicians. And it's like, oh, this guy used to be famous and then he fell off. What happened? And they want to point to, they did this and they made some sort of mistake. Instead of thinking that, look, it's kind of crazy they got famous in the first place. So few people reach that level that, yes, of course, it's not going to last forever because somebody else has to take that spot. And that's how show business has been since forever. But no, they always want to say, oh, that guy fell off. They want to look down on him for just going through the natural cycle of rising and falling.
I'm going to stop it before I get
Stop sleeping on Carolina niggas. Shout out to all y'all hating on North Carolina, South Carolina. Shout out to all my people in North Carolina, South Carolina. Yeah, I'm Charlotte for most of my life. I'm going to have a bias point to a certain extent. I'm going to make that a disclaimer.
All right.
I understand why people say what people say about Cole. Let's go.
Let's do it. So what you think, man? Is this the right time for Cole to drop? The release date is February 2nd. February 22nd is actually my birthday, but February 2nd. What do you think, man?
So he's putting it out the week before Valentine's Day. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, we all see what happened to J. Cole for the past 2 years.
Uh-huh.
So to name your album The Fall Off, expect a fall off concept. Now, the objective is, will this be what he calls his version of Reasonable Doubt? Because he did say that on a song that the fall off will be similar to Reasonable Doubt. So we're going to see what direction he goes as far as not necessarily how the album sound, but more towards like what he's talking about, how he's rapping it. The beat selection, we're already hearing it. Well, of course, it's J. Cole. I'm curious what else we're going to get from him. That new song, though.
What? Oh yeah, I want to talk about that one. Disc 2, track 2 that dropped. Actually, that video was in it. I'm not going to play that video because of the copyright. I'm gonna get banged for a copyright on it. But
of course,
just to talk about that song right there, bro. What do you think about that? Because he was flaming those bars on that one, man.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said get ready for the most passive aggressive album you're gonna hear for a long time, because you're gonna hear a lot of people complain about what he's talking about in his album and say why he wasn't like this then, or he don't deserve to say this now. But he don't care. Obviously, he's going to give a fuck less on this album lyrically.
Well, before we get to that, I do want to say something. I think this is the best time for J. Cole to drop. And I probably said it in our previous episode when we were closing out 2025, previewing 2026.
Yeah.
See, I look at 2025 as the reset year for hip hop. Hip hop had a great reset where the old style went out. Trap to me is pretty much dead or not what it used to be. It's not the go-to sound anymore, I don't think.
Yeah.
Drill kind of had its run. And of course, you're going to get some artists that are still going to do well in that type of era. I mean, Future is still going to do his numbers. We get it, right? But hip hop now has gone to a reset phase where it's going into a new era where there needs to be a new sound, something new that people are going to gravitate to. And why not J. Cole? Here's a guy that's going to bring you real hip hop. He's going to bring you real bars, real lyrical concepts, creativity, stories, vibes. Like he's got it all, you know. And the important part is that he's kind of what I think people want to hear. And I'm going to explain why. Because one, I think people are tired of Kendrick Lamar and Drake. I'll just put it out there. I think people are tired of the internet back and forth. I mean, it's at this point, with all the narratives going back and forth, Kendrick Lamar and Drake are pretty much the, equivalent of Democrats and Republicans. And what are people tired of? People don't want to hear politics anymore. They're ready for a third party candidate. Why not J. Cole? You know what I mean? So I got to ask you, is this not the perfect time for J. Cole to drop when Drake is still afraid to drop Iceman, and who the hell knows when that's coming out? And Kendrick, we're still waiting on his next move. Is he doing GNX Deluxe? Is he doing a whole nother album? And Kendrick usually takes time to do other projects. So why not J. Cole now?
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, even though J. Cole's last album definitely had that lyricism that we always look for from him, it was that one song that he deleted off from the Mike Lee Later album that still may have people have their own feelings towards that compared to others. Like for me to hear DJ Academics like talk shit to J. Cole, I'm like, really? You wouldn't have said that about your own favorite rapper who don't make music better than him. Like, really? Like, why you sounding tough like that? Like, this is like, oh, well, Kendrick and Drake fought it out, so I'm gonna treat J. Cole like a bitch. Number one, you're not even a rapper. So, two, he's still rapping. So, yeah, J. Cole gonna overcome this for sure.
Okay. Yeah, you froze up for a minute, but
oh, my bad. He's going to overcome this for sure. And like I said, it's coming out the week before Valentine's Day.
Well, I mean, the narratives are going to be running wild around this. And of course, DJ Academics, we know what he does. He just wants to bring up a narrative so he can push his agenda. But his real agenda is to create a deflection narrative to big up Drake.
Yeah,
we all know what that's about, because this is my whole thing, and I'll stand on this one. We could clip this up all you want. What J. Cole did by bowing out of the beef or the battle is nowhere near as bad or nowhere near as pussy. Yes, I'll say it, Pussy, over suing a label for a diss record. I will repeat. I think what J. Cole did is nowhere near as bad as what Drake did by suing a label over a diss record and getting it thrown out of court. You know what I mean? Now, J. Cole, that is a weak move. And it is a weak move because you initiated the first, salvo. You came out and said, look, I'm gonna come and say something, you know. But see, my whole thing is with that one, if he kind of comes out on this album and explain where his head was at and kind of has a story around it, I feel that people will understand it. You know what I mean? And people will get to, all right, well, maybe he was a little out of his head in that space. But there is an element of, you know what, if you keep saying you the best and you keep saying you king of hip hop and all of that, the Kendrick Lamar thing's not going to go away. And you didn't want to battle him and you didn't have to call him out. So I think there is going to be a mark there, but it's not going to overshadow if he puts out a great album.
He probably already spoke to Kendrick. So who knows what will happen, what's happening behind closed doors between those two.
What if they come out on the same album? What if Kendrick's featured on this?
I doubt it.
I doubt it, but
I doubt it. Unless, you know what I mean, somehow in the future, J. Cole, because I think there was a rumor that J. Cole tried to get Kendrick and Drake
I heard
on
about
the same
that,
song or the same album, and
which I kind of don't believe because of where it was coming from, but yeah.
But I don't think that's going to happen anyway because J. Cole does have something to show and prove, especially titling your album like this. And to go back to your song from the KOD album, 1985. Mm-hmm. This might be a continuation of that song, how the album might start. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I think this is a good look for hip hop. I think this is what kind of hip hop needs. They needed somebody of note to come back and really kick off the year, and away we go. You know, and with that, you know, who knows what the next sound is going to be? But I'm excited for this year with this coming out. Also, ASAP Rocky's coming Friday. I don't know what to accept.
I'm gonna listen to it.
What to get out of that album? I'm gonna check it out.
I hope the good side of Rihanna rubbed up on him and he got a dope album. Because if this becomes whack, man.
When was the last dope album he had? A decade ago? Longer than
that. He been putting out dope albums. It's just not like the first two. But he has some decent albums. I haven't heard a whack album from A$AP Rocky.
What was the one he had Kanye West on? The Kanye West song.
I gotta go back because I don't remember.
I think it was 2014. That was the last really good one that he put out. A$AP. Yeah, I mean, I'll check it out.
I mean, we don't look to A$AP Rocky for lyricism anyway. You know what I'm saying? He's strictly vibe.
You know what?
For that type of style, I respect it. But
we go back
to be under 3,000 here. There's some other stuff you talk.
You know what? Now that we're on the A$AP Rocky topic, like when he first came out, he kind of had a vibe about him to start a new movement. The whole A$AP wave with
A$AP Mob, yeah.
A$AP Mob wave. You know, young.
What's the name of that other group from
A$AP Ferg, all
Beast Coast? Yeah, Beast Coast was sort of part of that movement too.
Yeah, and he was kind of that. He kind of had A$AP kind of had a trap / underground vibe about him that kind of mirrored what Kendrick was doing on the West Coast with TDE or Black Hippie at that time. Before TDE came about, as Black Hippie.
That's a good point.
But for whatever reason, A$AP, he never got big. He should have been bigger than he was, man. Like, I don't know. Something was missing about him. He should have been a bigger rap star.
Let me ask you this question. Who's better, A$AP Rocky or Big Sean?
Big Sean.
Okay. Big Sean or Wale? Because you can say all three of those rappers are on the same level. The only difference is A$AP got Rihanna pregnant.
If I would go... Honestly, if I had to listen to all three, I'm listening to Big Sean over all of them. Even though Wale is the better lyricist of the three.
Okay, I agree with that.
But you could even argue Wale is bigger. Nah, he's more consistent.
I would put A$AP over Wale musically. clearly not lyrically. But
Yeah.
you're right. Out of those three, Wale's the better lyricist, but Big Sean makes the better music.
Yes. Oh yeah. I definitely agree with that. But
no, get back to the ASAP joint though.
yeah, but there's something missing about him. He should have been bigger than he really was. But what I will say is it's a clean slate, man. And I think Friday he's actually going to do fairly well, numbers wise, because he's got the whole Rihanna spotlight on him. There's still a little bit of a spotlight from the Drake beef going back and forth on him. You know what I mean? So
that's not even his lane. So he even bring that up. It ain't even a good idea. You know what I'm saying?
It's not, but people are going to pay attention to it. I mean, he can't run away from it. You know what I mean?
I mean, Travis did reply to Pusha. Matter of fact, would you say that Travis was what ASAP Rocky could have been?
ASAP Rocky's a much better rapper than Travis.
But exactly, but Travis has way better music. Or should I say, oh no, I'm saying wrong. Travis has way bigger hits.
I think they're two different. I don't think ASAP is turn up to me.
Keep in mind, ASAP got a song with Kendrick, if I'm not mistaken, One Train, while Travis got a song with Kendrick, Goosebumps. And that's like one of his biggest songs.
Yeah, and that's a vibe kind of turn up record. Like I think that's like apples to bananas to me. Even though ASAP Rocky does trap, he doesn't rap. Like Travis doesn't rap. Like you got to think like ASAP Rocky rapped next to Nas. He was on Magic. You know what I mean? Like he's a rapper. He rapped with Raekwon. Like he's a New York MC, but he just does sometimes some alternative stuff. Like Travis is all the way alternative stuff.
I mean, yeah, but so does ASAP Ferg, and who actually to me is better than ASAP Rocky.
ASAP Ferg is more turn up,
but he spits sometimes.
He can rap. I've never been the biggest fan of him, but he could rap.
Now he can't freestyle, but he can rap. Though.
Yeah, he can rap. We'll check that out. We'll check out ASAP Rocky. But back to J. Cole Fall Off. I'm excited, man. I'm just glad for something new, something fresh. Like I'm be honest with you, I'm tired of the Kendrick and Drake stuff. Go away. Like I'm tired of it, man. It's like you can't escape it. Every day you go online, there's a Kendrick versus Drake comment, or you know what I mean? And
someone made a dumb post today. Like, matter of fact, and this is another reason why Nas isn't going to be in these conversations. Yeah. Someone said that Kendrick Lamar is a industry plant. Number one, if Kendrick Lamar was an industry plant, Killer Mike would be platinum. Baby King would be way bigger. Doechii would have been out because we're not acting like What It Is came out 3 years ago. So that's number one. Number two, if a hip hop artist don't make 5 albums that sound totally different from each other. Industry plant, a hip hop artist does that. Is what I meant to say. Industry plants don't do that. So it's like
annoying. It's so annoying now that people are just running to create any type of BS narrative they can.
Yeah. And guess what was crazy about this one? Someone brought this up because they believed that Macklemore was the fertilizer that somehow caused an impact for Kendrick to win a lot of awards in the future.
Oh man,
like that was like what?
The reaching just goes out of control, my man. It just goes out of control. But it's like I'm ready for something new. I'm excited for Fall Off, February 2nd. All right, and we're definitely going to review that album. We're probably going to talk about ASAP Rocky too in that album. Next week.
And I'm curious about what producer's going to be on that album too. It ain't just going to be J. Cole.
Who's that?
J. Cole's new album. It ain't just going to be all him.
Oh yeah, they're going to be features.
Yeah,
it's a double album. It's actually a double album, so it's going to be features. Next week we got to get into this Doechii conversation because I kind of got some things to say about that. We definitely could talk about that.
Do we really got to talk about that? I think something better might come up from her because The Aiden Ross thing, we can talk about him in 30 seconds.
I mean, I want to talk about
Aiden Ross.
Bruh, next week we talk about Doechii. I want to talk about her music first, but we could talk about the extra.
I will say this: if we talk about Doechii, we got to go back to what it is, because we're not going to act like that song doesn't exist. We got to go back to what it is. And I actually listened to some of her oldest stuff. Like, I can see why some people compare her to like either a better version of Azalea Banks or for some reason a not so lyrical version of Nicki. Like, she did say something in the song talking about she's like the conscious of like female stripper rap, and she's like, I still be twerking to my girls' music, so I can't agree with that. Some stuff she's
an interesting character, man, and we gotta. She's an interesting character. That's all I gotta say. We definitely gotta talk about her next week. But anyway, check out Hip Hop Roundtable Reviews. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you check out I keep missing out.
BLG, aka Bootleg Gang.
That's right.
Facebook groups and on YouTube.
Yeah.
You'll see me do some battles with some people I used to mess with, some people I still mess with. Also, please go to Facebook group and find a group called Hip Hop Roundtable Presents the Review, and please definitely join that group.
We got all the hot hip hop news. Definitely some new topics, discussion posts. Who's better than who? You know, we talk it all on there. So definitely check that out. And we will be back next week with some new content. Maybe this weekend I might do a quick review too, but definitely we'll be back with some new content next week. All right.
Also subscribe to Torture Talk and Torture Talk After Hours.
That's right. Check him out. Yeah, Reese is out of the country right now. He's gonna be back next week, so he's definitely gonna join us next week. But with that, all y'all enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see y'all later. All right.
Peace.